hell are you doing?
Phil, what are you going on about?
He wants to have sex with you.
You what?
He wants to sleep with you.
What's going on?
Father Frank Keegan, convicted pervert. Read what it says. He's been coming in here every day.
Come on, time to leave.
What are you going to do about him?
Yeah, well, this is hardly the place for it, is it? Now, come on, just come with us.
I hope you rot in hell for what you've done. This ain't the last of it. No way.
I hear Pat Kitson's been charged with all 6 murders.
Yeah, she appeared before the magistrates this morning. Pre-trial hearing's been set for a month's time.
Well, thank goodness we got
Jack? Father Frank Keegan, ring any bells?
Yeah, he was released on licence a few weeks back. Why?
My response unit has the Borough Commander's targets to meet.
Yeah, haven't we all?
Yeah, but right now they're saving Father Nonce from a nursery mob.
What's he doing near a nursery?
I can't imagine. But as he's on your sex offenders register, perhaps you would find out, yeah?
Right.
Mum, have you got a moment?
Business or pleasure? Not that you can make much distinction.
It's personal, actually.
Then I'm busy.
You all right?
Yeah, why?
Just checking. Jim Carver was asking after you earlier.
We ain't shifting till we know where you're taking him.
I don't give a monkeys about him right now, but you are causing an obstruction, so move it.
Or be arrested!
Sierra Oscar from 149.
Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, more units, please, for St. Saviour's Catholic Church.
Oh! Take it out! Take it out! Take it out! Take it out!
I told you to rest up at home.
I'm going out my mind staring at the walls.
You're right soon, babes.
I just don't get it, Phil. Why is this Ron Gregory so determined to have me?
It's kudos, isn't it? A copper's wife.
I don't know. If a man can tamper with brakes, he's capable of anything.
That was just a warning, that's all, I promise.
He nearly killed us, Phil. And what about all the other people you said he's done away with?
No, they were criminals. Ron's not going to hurt you, babes. He knows if he did, he'd be finished.
He's a major player, Phil. Why'd you get involved with him in the first place? How could you let it get to this?
Where are you going?
Work. Get me head straight.
Yeah. You're going to go through with it, though, yeah?
That all you care about?
Of course not, but I got to let him know, haven't I?
Call him then.
Ron. Yeah, Phil Hunter. You're on, mate. Yeah, tonight, if it suits you. Yeah, before she can change her mind.
A nonce? Do I have to?
Come on, God, I'm drowning here as it is.
But we need to make sure that his living arrangements haven't been compromised.
He cannot be back working as a priest.
No, of course not. And he never will again. Well, you can't stop him from praying.
Oi, laughing boy.
Laughing Sarge.
Yeah, your diplomatic skills are needed, Sarge.
If it's that nonce, forget it. Though I hear some naughty nun's gone to his rescue.
None?
From the community centre near the church.
Not Sarah Donahue by any chance?
I've no idea.
Oh, well, if you've already got an in, Danny, she's all yours, mate.
Good afternoon, everybody. Man, I know, I understand. Right, what's happening? There's enough of you here to deal with this.
They won't move until the priest does.
You may recall, Tony, that our priority is to up law and order by lowering street crime. We have a target.
You do know that, boss.
Yeah. So then we need to be out there and stop them from happening.
But what are we meant to be doing here, then?
I will look after the care and concern. You two make your presence felt down at the tube station.
Well, what good's that going to do?
It will stop would-be muggers getting off at Canley.
But they're only move on to someone else's patch.
Exactly. Oh, Mr. Glaze, I do hope you've come here to remove our guest.
Well, I'll certainly try.
A side exit would be preferable.
Oh.
Right.
Hello again, Sarah. Danny Glaze, Sunhill.
Yeah, Danny, I remember. This is Frank Keegan.
Come to see you home.
Very good of you. But if you mean that grotty bed sit, I wouldn't feel safe there now.
Well, you can't stay here, I'm afraid. It's causing too much aggro.
Perhaps I should contact my probation office.
We already have, but in the meantime, I need to get you away from here.
I don't know where to go. I don't know anyone in the area.
There's a room above the centre. You can rest up there till there's something suitable sorted out.
Very good of you, sister. Thank you.
That's great, thanks.
This is stupid. We're coppers, not flipping bouncers.
I'll be the nursemaid in some pervert.
Yeah. Must bring back some bad memories, eh, Tom?
I was innocent.
I didn't mean it like that.
Scum like Keegan that brings suspicion down on all
All units, Sierra Oscar, 45 Gretton Street. Report of domestic. Informant is neighbour.
That's your gaff.
I don't believe it. I'm doing your sister a big favour letting her stay there.
I know, mate.
Well, I had enough trouble off the neighbours trying to lynch me.
Come on, it might be something or nothing. Let's go and check it out.
We're not leaving until we get him out of that
They're not giving up.
Don't worry, Dan will get you out of here all right.
I think we should just go for it. Come on, now.
What a mess.
No one's in now.
You took your time.
What's been going on?
Shouting and screaming as usual. I've got a sick wife indoors. She can't be doing with it day and night. Look at that. It's the poor kid I feel for. Those two aren't fit to be parents.
Is the kid all right?
He was stuck in the middle, crying his eyes out, poor mate.
You mean he wasn't at school?
You know them then?
Well, sort of. We've dealt with him before.
I was tempted to contact social services more than once.
Have you seen the lad being mistreated?
Not seen exactly. We've only just moved in. We don't want any trouble.
It's all right, mate. If it kicks off again, call us, yeah? Looks like Loverboy's moved in.
I can't believe Karen's got mixed up with such a loser.
I'm sure Karen can take care of herself.
Yeah, maybe she can. But Ryan can't.
You really should avoid public places.
Yeah, for your own safety as much as anything.
I know. But it's hard to stay away from God. And I like St. Xavier's.
People are concerned about their kids. You can't blame them for that.
I don't. But I've served my time, sister.
I'm known as Sarah here.
Sarah? It suits you.
It's probably best if you don't leave this room.
Yeah, and if anyone comes in, refer them to me.
Of course.
I'll tell your probation officer and the Catholic Child Protection people what's happened.
Much obliged.
Quite a charmer.
Makes my skin crawl.
He's got everyone running around after him now, hasn't he? One of his victims have been so lucky.
I wouldn't want his conscience.
He's got that.
I just hope he isn't traced here.
Are you sure you're all right with this, Sarah?
If I don't help, who will?
All right, look, it should only be a few hours. I'll call back later, all right?
Well, somebody's put them off. It's either my strapping physique or your miserable gob.
I can't stop thinking about our Ryan. If that Neil's picking on him, Tony, I swear I'll kill him.
Stop winding yourself up about it.
He had bruised ribs a few weeks back, though.
Right, well, we're going to see Karen after the shift. Talk to her about it.
She won't listen to me.
Then contact social services.
You what?
Look, you're torturing yourself not knowing what's going on. They'll be out going there and do a proper check of the situation.
You're joking, aren't you? It's not come to that.
You'd do it if it was any other kid you thought was at risk. Well, where are you going?
Karen's. Will you cover for me?
The inspector's going to check up on us, you know.
So...
All right. What's up?
You all right, mate?
You don't see it yourself. You're not feeling too well.
Get a life, Jim. St. June's doing you no favours, you do know that.
Oh, touchy. You look terrible.
Look, if this is about what you saw at the wedding, then mind your own business.
Yeah, well, cocaine is class, ain't it?
Man, you're Snow White. What you playing at?
I'm saving your skin.
She's out. What about Ryan?
Should I know?
Well, you are living here now, I take it. We got called to your domestic earlier.
Yeah, maybe should get out more.
So what was it about?
I can't remember.
There are so many of them, I suppose.
Your sister's got a very short fuse.
Yeah, well, around you, I'm not surprised. Nice motor. New, is it? I think I'll take a look at the engine.
No, you won't.
I've reason to believe that this vehicle isn't fit to be on the road.
Get lost.
Not the sharpest cut and shut I've ever seen.
You're dreaming it up. I bought this legit.
Well, let's hope your documents back you up. Neil Roper, I'm arresting you on suspicion of thieving a vehicle.
Look, it was just a one-off. It was just a couple of raps for the wedding, that is all, I swear.
I've had it all before.
Look, I just wanted to enjoy myself. What's wrong with that?
So a few beers aren't enough anymore.
What's your problem?
My problem is addiction. And I reckon I'm seeing it in you.
Yeah, and you're a sanctimonious git.
I'm worried about you, Nick. I can help you if you let me.
Oh, just get out of my face, please.
We've all been through a lot this last year. Cass's death.
Cass's murder. She was murdered, and don't you forget it. I mean... Oh, God knows what that woman must have put her through, how Cass must have suffered.
You miss her? We all do.
No, no, no. Me and Cass, we meant something to one another, and we could have... And you lot, you carry on as if she was never here.
Well, that's not true. Look, people handle things differently.
Whatever.
The drugs don't change a thing, though, do they? Do they?
They make me forget.
Karen will kill you for this. Don't think you're getting away with it.
Shut it. Tony, I've nicked him for a cut and shut.
Oh, no. You sure about this?
It's harassment.
You coming or what, Tom?
Cheers. Sorry, Jim.
It's all right, mate. We're all entitled to grief.
It's not only that.
Whatever you want to say, you know, it won't go any further.
I was so sure Simon Kitson was Cass's killer. I want him to die so badly. I stood in his cell and I snapped the dinner knife. And I told him to do it.
What do you have to reckon she's got a duty to warn parents?
Is Keegan still attending relapse prevention?
Oh, he's a model client, if that's possible.
You see, this could have driven him underground. And then we wouldn't have known what he was up to.
And what's your lovely nun's view of it all?
She's putting her neck on the line, giving him shelter.
Makes you wonder what's in it for her.
Jack Meadows. June.
There are some selfless people out there, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
OK, yeah, we'll be down. Right, well, there's a woman downstairs being tipped off by a local reporter that Keegan's in the area, and she wants to bring charges.
A community safety unit should protect the community. What's the point otherwise?
I promise you that Frank Keegan is being properly monitored.
For how long? We need laws to protect us against scum like him. We have the right to know where these perverts live.
Do you mind? You're not the only ones in the building, you know.
What's his problem?
Oh, sir, can we talk about this over here?
Bridget Thomas. I'm DC Meadows. This is DC Glaze.
Well, that's not free.
Let's go this way.
I want him out of that church, and I want him out of the area.
30 years ago, I was sexually abused by Father Frank Keegan. 10 years ago, I made this statement to my local police, but the case was dropped through lack of evidence.
I see.
Since then, as you know, other charges have been brought against Father Frank, resulting in a successful prosecution.
And you want us to review your case?
He only served 4 years. It's not enough. Not for me or for all the others who've never come forward. He's never acknowledged what he did to me. I want him charged. Times have changed. People believe me now.
Without any new evidence, I'm not sure what we can do.
Well, I have a witness. Michael is my brother. He saw Father Frank molesting me in the sacristy.
The church means everything to our family. I was too afraid to speak against it before, but I want to now.
Well, perhaps we could pursue that assault. But to be honest, I wouldn't hold your hopes up. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Why does everyone always protect him?
Bridget, please.
That man destroyed my childhood. He ruined my life. But still everyone rallies round him.
I met Frank Keegan earlier, and I think he's stronger than he likes to make out. Gov, I think I can help bring a case against him. If you're sure that's what you want.
It is, yeah.
I hope you know what you're doing.
The woman's been let down enough, Gov.
OK, we'll take some fresh statements and submit an advice file to the CPS. But I don't need to drag on a minute longer than is necessary.
Go.
You busy?
What can I do you for?
I nicked a bloke for a cut and shut. Inspector Golds told me to pass it up.
Oh, how's she now?
The thing is, the bloke, it's my sister's boyfriend. He's well dodgy, unfortunately.
This is kosher, innit, Gary?
Yeah, honestly. Gemma Osborne's stripping the car now, and you know what she's like. She won't miss a screw.
It's a bit bold, isn't it? Arresting your sister's bloke. What's he done to you?
He's trouble. About time Callum faced it.
Kew Gardens wouldn't cheer me up.
I know, babes. But what can I say? I've been a complete cretin letting Ron Gregory touch us. And I hate the fact that you're having to bail me out.
You'll get over it. You always do.
Look, believe me, I wish it was different.
When's it happening?
It's tonight. Look. Buy yourself something nice. All right, treat yourself.
I feel pinked enough as it is, tar.
OK, Mr. Roper. You say you bought the Mondeo for £1,000 cash.
Yeah?
Can you prove that?
No.
Bit cheap, innit?
Not really.
Trade price for a T-Reg LX is more like £4,000.
I got a good trade-in for my Escort. Bloke owed me a favour.
Oh, please. Just tell me where the bloke is and then I can move on to him and then you can go home. Mr. Roper, you are facing a very serious charge.
And I haven't got a prayer around here.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know your pal Gary? He'll bend metal to suit. You do know. He shops his old man before now.
Yeah, well, whatever the dispute between you and PC Best, the fact remains that you are the registered keeper of a bodged motor.
You like to make social calls?
Make time for me own sister, can't I?
Kettle's just boiled.
Perfect.
I don't know where Neil's got to.
He's been arrested.
What for this time?
His car.
I knew there was something dodgy about that.
Well, I only had a quick look at it, but it's definitely a botch job.
What do you mean you did? Don't tell me it's you who's nicked him.
Karen, I had no choice.
Couldn't resist it, could you? The big I am with your blue flashing lights. What is your problem, Gary? Why do you keep doing this?
Because I care about you. Karen, I'm really worried about you.
Uncle Gary! Uncle Gary! Can I go to your place, Carrigan?
What's happened to your arm? What's happened to his arm? Has Neil done that?
Don't be stupid. He just fell off his bike, didn't you, Ryan?
Why are you protecting him?
I'm not.
Well, first it's his ribs, now it's his arm. Do you think I'm thick or what?
Just get out. Get out now!
See sense, Karen, please.
You get Neil released and back, else you'll never see any of us again.
We'd known Father Frank all our lives, hadn't we?
He baptised us.
He was always there. First confession, first communion. He was there at your confirmation, wasn't he, Michael?
It's only the week after I'd seen what he was doing to Bridget. I stood at the altar, a soldier of Christ. Did nothing to defend my sister.
When did the abuse start, Bridget?
I'm not really sure. Who knows with paedophiles, they're a long time grooming.
She was always his favourite.
My parents didn't really have much time for me, and Michael was the clever one, and I just thought Father Frank felt sorry for me. The cuddles and the gifts. Well, they made me feel special. I didn't even mind the touching.
Really?
He said he was my guardian angel, and I believed him.
When did that change?
When he raped me. I was 10. And my mother was late collecting me from the Brownies. So I went next door to find Father Frank. And he poured me some lemonade. And then he showed me into his bedroom. There was so much blood. I was in so much pain. But when my mum arrived, I was too scared to cry. Later, she thought my periods had started. I didn't even know what they were. I couldn't say anything. What could I say? Father Frank, he swore me to secrecy. And he didn't speak to me again. So then I was convinced it was all my fault.
Eva!
Have you got no more dodgy relatives in tow?
Can you let Neil go?
Guilty conscience by any chance? What's happened?
My sister will never speak to me again if he's charged.
So what'd you pick him up for then?
Well, the car's a death trap, wasn't it?
Oh, come on, Gary, you did not have to nick him to sort it out.
I saw one of the neighbours earlier. His sister always kicking off.
Yeah, well, couples row.
Yeah, my folks never stopped.
Neil said you had a few problems with your dad.
My mum would be dead if I hadn't stepped in. Not that any of my family would tell it that way. I left all that behind, Karen. She's never known any different. She thinks violence is normal.
Have you tried talking to her about it?
She just gets defensive. But there's a kid involved as well. He's only 6 and I'm sure Neil's hurting him.
Have you got anything concrete on that?
Well, he had some bruising on his ribs a few weeks back. Now he's got a broken arm.
What does Karen say about it?
Well, the first time Karen said Ryan was being bullied at school. Now she's saying he fell off his bike.
Yeah, well, perhaps he did. You know, my kids are falling over all the time. You can't watch them 24/7.
You think I'm overreacting?
No, but I don't think winding Neil up is going to help Ryan out very much now, is it?
Is it too late to let him go?
Gary, you know it is.
At his trial, it emerged that he'd admitted some of the abuse to the bishop.
Not Bridget's case, unfortunately.
You mean the church authorities knew?
Yeah. Well, back then, no one really understood paedophilia. Keegan's remorse was enough to get him another job.
Without any sort of punishment or even treatment?
Well, he was a good priest. Thriving parish. Bishop didn't want to lose him. Well, nowadays the church knows how to deal with... Well, you know, they've got a sense of responsibility. Doesn't help Bridget, though.
I've got a case. Is it enough?
I don't know. But we could try.
I don't understand why he wouldn't admit what he did to me when he was confessing to all the others.
You might not get that answer in court. Lawyers will be doing all his talking for him. Would it help to meet him?
Is that possible?
I'll see what I can do.
What if Ryan really is in danger? Tony Stamp reckons we should involve social services.
Well, if you're this worried, perhaps you should.
But that could well send Neil over the edge, though, couldn't it? I mean, even if he's not abusing Ryan, there's no saying what he might do to our Karen.
Yeah, but Karen has a chance of defending herself. Ryan hasn't.
I can't keep quiet, can I?
No. Look, why don't you contact the duty social worker, explain everything to them. They'll have it checked out within the hour.
And what if I'm wrong?
No, if they have any concerns, they can't do anything without consulting Ryan's school and GP first.
You sure?
Yeah. Their priority is to help. You never know. Karen might be glad of their support.
Neil definitely won't.
Don't worry about him. I'll keep him here for as long as necessary.
Would you?
Yeah. It'll all be done and dusted by the time he gets out. Here you go. Numbers on the board.
All Bridget wants is to move on.
Meeting Keegan could set her back. He's not going to go down on his knees in remorse, you know. They never do.
Bridget's not expecting that, Gov. She just needs to meet him.
Well, the man hasn't admitted the offence, you know, and he can't go ahead until he does.
Well, he will.
What about Bridget? Is she up to it? I mean, she seemed overly tense to me.
Well, wouldn't you be?
And Keegan's an asthmatic, you know. We have a responsibility to him as well.
Well, he might welcome the chance to repair some of the damage. I mean, we don't know until we ask him.
I'll ring round some of the agencies that have been monitoring Keegan. And if they think he's up to it, we'll go ahead. But tread carefully, Danny.
Mom! Uncle Gary's back.
Where's Neil?
I did try and get him off, Karen, but he's out of my hands now. I just went into autopilot. I should never have nicked him, I didn't think.
You never do.
I'm sorry, all right?
Look, I know you don't like Neil. I mean, yeah, he's a bit of a lad. But he's good with Ryan. Honestly, he is.
Now is he with you?
It's fiery.
Then think about Ryan. He shouldn't have to grow up living in a battle zone.
Never did us any harm.
Didn't it? The only reason I grassed on Dad was to save us all from another beating.
Why'd you keep harping back? That's ancient history now.
But it's not, though, is it? The same thing's happening here. The thing is, Karen, now don't go mad at me, but I've asked someone to come and see you.
What do you mean? Who?
What with all the domestics you've been having and everything, I just want to make sure that you and Ryan are all right.
Not a flipping social worker!
Karen, they'll be able to assess the situation properly. They'll help you.
You're unbelievable! Get off on this or something! Just leave us alone! Go! Now!
Mr. Roper, I will ask you again, did you buy the vehicle knowing that it was illegally constructed?
I bought it on site. It looked sound enough to me.
Who did you buy it from?
Kashif Cars in Shadwell Lane.
That's better. Easy, wasn't it?
Can I go now?
You can wait in the cells while I check this out.
All right, you stupid cow. Brian Morgan. He's got a lock-up down the fields.
Thanks, Neil. You can still wait in the cells.
Nice of you to join us.
Took longer than I thought, soz.
Get off it! Get into me! Get off!
Hey, what do you think you're doing, eh? Right in front of us?
Right, I'm arresting you for theft of a laptop. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you're not ready to be questioned.
Does the name Bridget Thomas mean anything to you?
No, I can't say it does.
Her and her brother Michael came by the station earlier today. They allege that you abused Bridget over a number of months in the early 70s.
Now that I've been publicly branded, everybody wants to get in on the act. Their 15 minutes, as they say.
Perhaps I can refresh your memory. You raped Bridget in your bedroom while she was waiting for her mother to collect her from Brownies. She was 10.
Yeah. Little Bridget. A sweet girl. She was always all over me, you know. I should have resisted, but I couldn't. I was a very weak man, Mr. Glaze. But I've paid a heavy price.
So has Bridget. She came to us intending to bring charges against you.
She's obviously very bitter. I'll pray for her.
What Bridget needs above all else is answers. Wouldn't you like to try and make amends? It might help you both to meet and talk on more neutral ground.
What's the problem? Are you afraid to face the suffering you have caused?
What's the point in raking it all up now?
To apologise. To meet this poor woman's needs, and for once not your own.
I spent my entire ministry thinking about others, listening to others, caring for others. Who thought about me then?
So you abuse children for comfort? Oh, you are sick!
Sarah, please.
Evil lurks in us all. And don't you forget it. Yes. I took advantage of the weak. But are you any better, sitting there, smooth-talking me and no doubt Bridget into doing what you want?
I'm trying to do what I think is best. But it seems now that wouldn't be appropriate.
I'm sorry, it's been a very stressful day. Please forgive me. I'll see Bridget if that's what she wants. If you think it'll help her.
Karen! Karen, what's happened?
Get lost!
Tell me what she said, Karen. What did she say? Tell me.
Spoke about Ryan!
It's all right, Ryan, mate. Go on, go back inside. Good lad.
How could you do this? Why do you keep doing this?
Because I didn't know what else to do.
Everything all right, Gary?
Yeah, Tone. Just leave us. What did she say, Karen? Tell me.
They're gonna check with the doctor at Ryan's school, and then they're gonna have some kind of
What's he playing at now?
I'll just stay out of it, yeah?
Haven't you badly up enough?
No. I won't.
I get the impression that you and Mr. Roper don't quite see eye to eye. As Gary seems to have lost the power of speech, Tony, perhaps you could enlighten me.
There was a bit of a scuffle, Mum. Mr. Roper thumped Gary. He was arrested.
One ruckus a shift is unfortunate, two seems lax, wouldn't you say?
Mr. Roper was upset about his car.
And that was it?
Sorry, Mum.
Later. I said later.
Can I go now?
Perhaps I should interview Mr. Roper about the assault, get his version of events.
I don't think that'd be a good idea,
I
Mum.
want him released.
Sorry?
I just want to go home and forget about it all.
OK. Off you go. And stay away from trouble.
Keegan's here with his probation officer.
OK, Bridget?
Yeah.
You're absolutely sure this is what you want?
Yeah.
Take a seat there, Mr. Keegan. I'll sit there for you.
Right. Well, I think we all know who everyone is. It's taken a lot of courage for you all to be here today. Now, if anybody wants a break, they can retire to the room next door. OK.
If I could begin, Mr.
With respect, I think Bridget wants to ask you a few questions first. Well, perhaps you could start by telling Frank the effect the abuse has had on your life.
I knew this would be too much.
Do you remember my father?
Oh, yes. You were in the Brownies, I understand.
You were never out of our house. You was always sniffing round her.
I was in a lot of houses. I had an extensive parish. To be truthful, I remember you more, Michael. You served on the altar, didn't you?
Is that why you've always denied raping me? Is it because you'd forgotten? Were there so many me's? Are we all just merged into one?
It was a long time ago.
Not for me, it wasn't. There's not a day goes by when I don't remember. I've watched Michael grow up. I've watched him get married, have a family. I couldn't. Because every time someone got close, I'd hear you. I could smell you.
If I could just explain.
I don't want to hear it. Nothing you can say would change the countless times I've been branded a liar, a troublemaker, insane.
I couldn't help myself. I was ill.
I've had enough of this.
Not good. Don't do it, Michael.
Well done, Les.
I've done it so many times in my head.
Please, you don't need to do this. It's not what I want.
Give me the knife, Michael.
No, Michael. You've all suffered enough.
If you kill him, he'll take the rest of our lives too.
I can't. Even now, I can't.
Come on.
This is what you've done to us. Who are you without your robes and your homilies?
I'm nothing.
Yeah.
Doing a bit of low dusting. Application for a transfer. Now there's a surprise.
Well, I had hoped to discuss it with you, but I've now made up my mind. I'm trying to do the right thing here.
Very noble.
Luke and Kerry will be back from their honeymoon in a few weeks' time. What choice have I got?
For once, live with your actions. There's the door. See you tomorrow.
Don't blame yourself, Danny. You acted with the best of intentions.
Well, it's never enough, though, is it?
What'll happen now?
Well, there'll be an internal inquiry. Thankfully, Keegan doesn't want to press charges, so Bridget and Michael are on the way home.
I don't know how Frank Keegan lives with himself.
Thanks.
Vacation is so precious.
He got lonely. That was his excuse, wasn't it? Don't you get lonely?
Not really.
Don't you miss, I don't know, love?
Yeah, I'm in love. With God. My vows are my commitment to that.
Chastity.
And poverty and obedience.
That seems like a hard life.
It's a rich life. Wouldn't be for everyone.
No, I couldn't stand the rules.
Oh, that's right, Mr. Law and Order.
Hey, I prefer to enforce them, not keep them.
Nearly there, it's at the end of this road.
Drop me here.
What? You sure?
I need to clear me head before going in. It won't work, will it? I do this and the scum's going to want something even more sick.
If you do this, it will put an end to our grief forever, darling. I promise you.
Bill, anything could happen to me in there.
I'm knocking deads and you'll be fine, darling.
What if it's some sort of trap?
Trust me, I know the geezer. Now, he just wants a quick thrill, all right? The thrill of having the one thing that means more to me than anything else in this world. But when he's done, he'll just move on to the next poor loser and we'll just be another story to tell.
Fantastic result, Gary. The place was chocker. Dodgy plates, logbooks, a lot. Should have seen them sculpting like little rats they were.
Great.
Hey, Gary, what's up the eye? Gary, hang on, how's your nephew?
What nephew? Blown that one sky high.
Why? What happened?
Social services are going to have a child protection conference. We'll decide what to do from there.
Oh, right, well, you did the right thing then. Come on, they wouldn't act if they weren't concerned. But they will agree a proper protection plan for the kid. You must want that.
I'll probably never see him again. Karen won't forgive me. Not this time.
Look, try and stay positive, yeah? When Neil's car ringing comes up, he'll go down for months. That is plenty of time for bridge building.
Then what's he going to do till then, eh? He'll make them suffer for it. I know he will.
If you really believe that, Gary, you can't give up on them.
Don't tell me you've never thought, sod it. Tonight I'm out on the pool.
Why does everyone fixate on the sex? If I've ever had doubts, they've been about far more than that.
You do have doubts, then?
No different if I was married. You can be 99% sure and then sometimes the odd niggle comes along. I'm only human.
Better make a move. Let you get home.
Yeah. The other sisters will be worrying.
It's been good to, you know, chat. Can we stay in touch?
Sure. Call in whenever you like. I'm never away from the place.
Oi, we're gonna sort this now. Beat me up all you want, Neil, but I'm done with scrapping. You've done nothing but cause me grief. I was looking after my family. Now, if Karen's dumb enough to stick with you, fine, whatever. But that kid, he deserves better. It's me who's been protecting him, you tosser. From what? Karen. No. No, you're lying. Yeah, live with it, pal. Your sister's a psycho. And your little Ryan, he's paying the price.
Next time on The Bill.
Whoa, you got him, Sergeant!
Sarah is Danny's friend. She's a nun.
Where is she? Take your hand off my shoulder.